And dear listener, if you've been listening along, you know that we're W2 and I. We are in a band called Burn the Gates from here in Kansas City. We recently had a show at VooDoo Lounge at Harrah's Casino. It's like one riverboat drive. You know, it's just like the only address listed. But we had a pretty good time. It got a little funky a couple of times with the in-ear systems. We're still trying to iron out whatever technical things we need to figure out. But all in all, it was pretty good. We saw a lot of great bands. We saw a lot of great people. Met up with some friends we haven't seen maybe since pre-pandemic, like Wes Helton from Unwritten Rules. I hadn't seen him for years and years, and it was really good to see him. And one of their guest vocalists, Melissa, man, I hadn't seen her since, well, actually, I take that back a little bit before I even say it. I saw her at Grindfest out in the audience. I kept looking at her because I kept recognizing the face, and I couldn't figure out where it was that I'd seen this chick. Come to find out later on, I figured it out like maybe a week or so before the VooDoo show. My old band, Sabbath Disciples, we played some bar down in downtown Kansas City one night that Ozzy was playing, I think, Sprint Center, and there was like a thin layer of ice on everything out there that night. But we were nice and toasty inside. It was... I forgot the name of the band now, but it had Nick Snyder, Johnny Chigoan was playing bass. But yet she was either going to have her daughter or like had just had her daughter. I'm not sure which, but yeah, it's pretty wild seeing her and making those connections as I'm swinging a paint gun at work. Oh, that was her! Wow! And then running into her again at VooDoo, I couldn't keep all that to myself. I had to, so I remember, long time ago.
Yeah, that was a cool show. One of the things that I think is kind of neat about that type of show is it's not all, you know, we're obviously a metal band.
Yeah.
It's not just, you know, an entire night of the same old thing, you know. Which
I'd rather not play a bill like that.
There's nothing wrong with that, and I think there's a time and place for that. Mm-hmm. To me, the problem that you run into is these days you've got shows that are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
stacked
bands,
bill. So many bands on that bill.
And that's just a lot for a listener to kind of be able to digest and handle. Let alone, as we're trying to sell tickets, we're asking our family, we're asking our coworkers, we're asking a lot of people that probably aren't into metal music like we are.
Right.
There's definitely a lot of people that are coming out there that are looking for that, but you're trying to get a wide variety of people to come out to these shows. And so having a show that has a little bit of variety and you get a little mix of different types of rock music on there, I think makes for a great evening all around. And as a result of it, you end up having a lot of conversations and being able to see those faces that you don't see on a regular basis.
Yeah, and you get to hear those bands that you haven't heard in forever and a half. I couldn't remember the last time I listened to Mad Libby or Unwritten Rules, you know, in person anyway. And it was really good to see those bands play and hear them and really feel what they have to offer live.
And I was really excited to finally get to see live Dread to Fall.
Dread to Fall, yeah. I kept hearing the name. I kept seeing the posts, but I never got to listen to them, never got to see them in person.
What a powerful three-piece.
Oh, yeah. For a three-piece, they make a lot of noise.
Yes, they do.
And it was metal. They did a cover, didn't they?
I think they did, but I'm blanking on
I remember Unwritten Rules, they did a cover also. I think it was Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Mad Libby, they did a Led Zeppelin cover. Mm-hmm. That was pretty wild. That was really good. Oh, let's not forget Elevate. What a blast. Those guys, I couldn't tell you their ages, somewhere maybe 25-ish.
Yeah.
They're in that sweet spot where they've got all that energy and all that fun. They're just having a blast.
Yeah. At one point in the evening, early in the evening, and it wasn't someone that's in the band, so I think it was probably, you know, friend of the band or whatever that was helping them out with their merch.
Oh, their merch next to us, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there, and I saw one of the security guys making his rounds, and he stopped over, and he kind of looked at me, and then he went next door to him, and was like, "Son, do you have any ID on you?"
Oh, no.
And I caught that, and I looked over, made eye contact, and he saw me look over, and he goes, "You're good." I'm like, Jesus.
Right.
My grandpa beard.
Security dicks. Yeah, security had everybody handled pretty well. The sound guys, clearly professionals. They know what they were doing. Bar staff, I didn't speak to anybody on the bar staff. I didn't get anything to drink.
Yeah, I didn't either.
That was my first show, I think, ever playing 100% sober off of anything, whether it be beer or whiskey, even caffeine.
Yeah.
I had zero caffeine.
I had just convinced myself that there was going to be a checkpoint somewhere along the way,
Right.
going home.
Yeah, because St. Patrick's Day.
I think there was one set up going eastbound. On my way there, I blew right past the exit down to the next one, and when I stopped at Brighton, I thought I saw a whole line of paddy wagons and whatnot, kind of all set up, pre-staging their checkpoint with that. But pretty easy ride home. It was definitely a very, very exhausting night by the time I got home and got all the gear unloaded.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, because temperatures decided to start dipping down that week. And
Yeah,
so
you can't leave that stuff in the truck. You gotta bring
had
it
to
in.
bring it in. Does not matter what time it is. Does not matter how tired you are.
Right.
You got to take the time. And when it's all said and done, it's done.
Yep.
And you're good to go. So,
We sold some hoodies, too, because it was cold that night, like you said.
man, I mean, it was
Got about like 6 of them.
a little bit of snow flurries kind of came out.
Yeah, it was grapple. It's like really like soft snow hail or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it lands and it goes...
But everybody needed a hoodie. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how many we had or how many we ended up selling. We sold quite a few, but we are officially down to 3 left.
Oh, man. Getting low.
Guess we have to
We'll have to
do
reorder.
a new design.
Yeah, new design or use the same one and just reorder. But yeah, a new design would probably be cool.
I like the new design.
Yeah, keeps you on your creative toes. And dear listener, if you want to check any of that out, just go to burnthegates.com and click the store button. You can see all the cool merch that we have and see whatever we got in stock. Do we have anything on clearance?
I don't think we have anything currently set to clearance, but we're probably overdue to do a little bit more inventory and see what all we have, where we're at. But
you're still getting a great deal because these the merch, the artwork on the t-shirts and the hoodies, it's pretty damn top notch, I must say.